What is up, YouTube? Coming out here to my messy upside down shop. Had a lot going on out here lately. I really need to clean up, but we are working on a master bedroom renovation right now, so it's getting pretty hectic, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So today I'm going to show you my finishes, my go-to finishes of what I use, what I like to use, and give you a rundown on those. So let me find my tripod for this and set you down and see what we can do. I'm going to basically go over the top finishes that I use in my shop, because on the weekends and a little bit of time I get into evenings, which is not a whole lot, maybe an hour or two, this is the finishes I go to. These are the finishes that give me good results and fast, so I don't have to wait, for drying time, stuff like that. This is easy. It doesn't make it very hard, not as difficult, actually a very good price. And this is my setup for what I use, and I will give you a rundown from left to right of how I use these and why I use these. So on this side right here, I use walrus oil. Reason behind me using the walrus oil is if I do molding or any kind of trim work around a door, something like that, I don't really want a high gloss finish. I want just more of a satin type finish on that. I use this walrus oil for one because it's inside our house. We're living in the house, and this is a wipe-on installation. It's very easy. It doesn't take no time whatsoever. You just basically wipe it on, and if you wipe too much on, you come back the next day and you wipe it off. No smell, no scent, no headache, no Tylenol afterwards. That way you can sleep at night and not really be bothered by this. I've been using this for over a year, almost probably 2 years. I buy this on Amazon, and I will leave links below for what I use, but this has been my go-to for a while now. I even use the cutting board oil for when I build cutting boards for certain customers, stuff like that. I use the Walrus cutting board oil and the wax. It's very nice. It works very well. It's thick. You put it on and then you can wipe it off later. It really works very well. If I'm in my shop building a piece of furniture or something in that nature, then I go to these. These are more, this is the water-based type deal, and I more than likely spray these. I like to use my sprayer, spray them, because within 5 minutes you're ready for another coat. If you're like me, you're pressed for time, and you're wanting to get a job done very quickly because you work a normal job which my job is from 5:30 in the morning till 4 o'clock in the evening. You can come home, blast 3 or 4 coats of these before it's supper time. It's easily to get by. I like spraying. I do not like the wiping, anything like that. I like to spray. So you can buy these. This is the high gloss type right here, which I don't like the gloss. I like more of the satin, but I do have these because it's according to what the customer wants or whatever I want on this. But it actually works pretty good. It's got a decent nozzle on it. You can flip it either way, so that way you can turn the direction on it. And then I bought this Rust-Oleum trigger on here, which keeps you from having to press the buttons so much, and it makes the spraying process a whole lot easier. This is what I like to spray the most, is the satin, but this is another setup that I like to use. It's not a bad setup. But what I like the most, and what I really like the most, is this polyurethane. It's very, very fast drying. When it says it's fast drying, it really means it's fast drying. So I take this and do a 80-20. So I put 20% lacquer thinner in, and mix it up, and put it in this, and then put it in my HVLP gun and spray with this. This is just a El Cheapo Harbor Freight, and even on Amazon. I think I may have bought this on Amazon. I'm not for sure, but I'll leave a link below. This is what I like to spray with. I put my compressor at 90 psi, put this at 20 to 22 psi, mix this up and spray, and then within 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, be honest with you, you're ready for another coat. So I'll put at least 3 coats on. You'll have to excuse my little Yankee jig right here. It didn't work out as great as I want, but anyway, you can put at least 3 coats on in the evening very quickly, and then I'll put 3 coats of this on, bust it down with 220, mix up another 80%, 20% in my cup, spray it again, and she's ready to shine. It's ready to go. Only thing is, you need to leave it in your shop or outside or somewhere to let it off gas. So I'll let this off gas for at least 24 hours before I move it into our house. And some upcoming videos, I'll show you some things that I've sprayed with it. I've sprayed a butcher block. I sprayed a cedar bench with the waterfall edges. I sprayed that. But I'll go through the process here with pretty soon and put another link in the video to me spraying this. And this is very easy. It's very DIY friendly. You can get into the HVLP system very cheaply. If you have a small pancake compressor like I do, I actually have 2 of them. I have a DeWalt and I have a Porta-Cable. You can actually get into it very cheap. I bought both of mine at a pawn shop. I probably got less than $100 in both of my pancake compressors. And I sprayed something pretty large with this and thinking that my compressor would not keep up with it, you know, as far as 90 psi and plus 20 to 25 psi in this, but it actually kept up pretty well, and I actually had very good results. So just letting you know that any kind of person that's like me, that's doing this in the evenings, doing it on the weekends, anything like that, this is not out of your reach. HVLP is by far, this is what I would rather use on a daily basis. I love using this. But as far as in my house, when we're living in it, because we are living in it, and doing renovations, and I'm building stuff in place and popping stuff with a nail gun in place, like far as trim around doors, stuff like that. If I want a wood finish, not a painted finish, then I'm definitely going to go with this right here, just because I have no smell, no headache afterwards, and it's just a wipe on, wipe off finish, and leaves you with very good results. I mean, you can't even stick a piece of tape to it after it dries. If you let it dry for 24 hours, you can take a piece of sticky tape and it will not stick to it whatsoever. So I've had really great results on this. To say that I'm going to venture out to different finishes, yeah, I probably will. But right now in my shop, far as 2021 and far as 2020, this right here has been my setup for a year and a half, and I cannot complain about it whatsoever. It's just easy to knock out different projects. It's just easy, and me personally, for time constraint, the DIY weekend warrior type deal, this is what I want. I want something that I can knock out very quickly and use very quickly and get good results, you know, in that situation. So this is what I have. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to click the subscribe and like button. Thank you.